Hey, you guys, I'm going to give it a little time. Welcome in. Look at that. I love this photo. It's so interesting to me, this photo. Hi, you guys. Welcome to WCAA Network, where everything I do and say falls under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. We're pretty much on time here. Muffin Top, my amazing mod. Good to see you. Hi, Kathy. Hi, Mary. Justice coming soon. BC. D. Hicks, welcome in. Shazam. GH White, all of my subs. Yeah, remember to hit that button, that thumbs up button on your way in. That would be amazing. So, there's it's so interesting to see what goes on the YouTube within the YouTube families, especially when Miss B, especially when stuff starts to show in a certain light. It's interesting to me how all of a sudden a couple of these cold cases are now leaning towards DNA to see if they could get information. I find that intuitively to be ironic. I feel that there's a double message there. Renee Ramsey's, whatever other case that I have covered here, and now that they're putting up information that could possibly solve the case, I find very interesting. This case here, the Delphi girls, to me is really a bright light of information showing that there's other people involved. You don't just get photos of information that completely match up to the storyboards that I'm going over here and blow the whole fucking thing off. There is a shift, and the shift is going to be between the left and the right. I'm not talking politics. I'm talking the yin and the yang, the left and the right, the oil and the water, whatever you want to call it, that are going to pull each other. Imagine a spiritual force. And they're going to be pulling each other, and the middle, both sides understand what the middle story is. The middle story is this. This is the middle story. They're going to try to pull on both sides to do whatever they need to do other than tell the truth of what's going on. Both sides see it. I listen to certain really good channels that stick with the news information, right? It's so obvious how both sides are brainwashed to talk about certain things and not the other, because they're at a point where they're almost tripping each other up. And then they almost giggle like, oh shit, or try to climb themselves out of what they just said. And that's what's going on. I hear it, I see it, and there's a struggle. And that struggle is coming with those like us here that are trying so hard to put the children first and bringing them justice by telling their story the way we see it. We're not on a side. We're not here to protect anybody. We're not here to talk politics. We're not here to talk religion. We're not here to say someone's guilty, someone's not guilty. We're here for a really simple reason, to tell the story of the children, whatever that may be, without judgment, to get them justice. And when you do that, like we're doing here, there's no arguing back and forth on a panel. There's no putting other people up and saying, well, I disagree with that. What are you fucking disagreeing with? The fact that we have photos here that show children in situations that they are? Are you disagreeing with my clairvoyance and my medium? Great. It's not here to disagree with. I'm not here to say that this photo resembles these people. What I'm here to tell you is somewhere in between here, this photo and Molly Golightly's bunch of crock of shit that's been going on, and now she's gone. Somewhere in between here, there's a person that looks like this, that has the answers just as we're telling them about the children. So, am I saying it's Molly Golightly? I don't know who Molly is. She has 100 different faces. We don't know who she is. I am not saying it's Molly. I can't say that. She could be a man. She could be a woman. She could be a robot. She could be nothing. She could be completely someone that was fabricated from YouTube and never really existed to begin with. We don't know. The point is, somewhere in between these faces and this face, someone knows I am right. Someone knows this is happening. Someone knows. When I hear ignorant son of a bitches on YouTube saying something like, oh, cults don't exist. They can't be doing this stuff to the children because we would know about it. How fucking dumb can you be? How is it that you could have a job on the newscast and do a news story for national news and say something so ignorant? So fucking ignorant as, well, we would know about it. You've got to be kidding me. You shouldn't have a job speaking to the United States of America. End of story. Get up there and you guys go on panels, and these people have jobs that we see actually on the news. Oh yeah, this can't be something that's related to a cult, and this can't be happening because if this was happening, we would be covering it and talking about it. What? The fuck? I challenge that person who's a newscaster. You're joking. That is such complete fucking ignorance. I couldn't even believe that when I heard that. And they're arguing back and forth with 4 different people on a panel. I'm like, wow, who brainwashed you and who's paying you so much money to say something so horrific as if it didn't exist because we're not talking about it? Who the fuck are you to say that? It's like saying, wow, rape doesn't happen to a woman. No, because a woman is asking for it. Really? That's the same kind of person that would say such dumbass things like that. That's the problem. Oh, there's nothing that could be underneath the railroads. There could be nothing under there because if there were, we would know about it. Really? Really? Have you ever had a daughter or a friend or a cousin or anyone that has gone through something that you just can't get justice for because those are the kind of people that are saying, well, there must have been a reason for it. You want to know what you want to do with those kind of fucking people? Pound them into the ground. Take their job away. Like what? Makes no sense. You're talking like an immature 12-year-old who believes in everything is beautiful. That's wonderful that you believe in everything is beautiful until you see it isn't. And when someone shows you it isn't, you best believe if you don't change it, no one is going to do anything about it. Nothing. So if your daughter came to you in your house and said, oh my God, you're not going to believe this. There's like a house down the road that's selling crack. And they're getting it from the tunnels and they're getting it taken in from the city. Oh my God, Dad, like what should we do, Mom and Dad? You know what kind of parent you would say, knowing what you said on the news, you'd be like, oh, little girl, that can't be, because we don't live in a town like that. Our city doesn't do stuff like that. That's not here. We don't have that here. We don't do that. It's completely frustrating. Completely wrong, completely frustrating. These things are happening as I'm sitting here yelling and screaming. These things are happening right now. Under your feet. If you don't believe me, go look at the statistics of the children. How about instead of going on a winter break, go take your family and go to a place that has the poverty and has these kids that are going through all of these disgusting things. Go see it. Go witness it. It's like saying, oh, I'm not going to go to the city of Chicago because there's shootings, and then I'm in a fucking shooting right here in my hometown. Really? Like, until you're in it and you see shit happen around you, just believe that it's happening. Instead of closing your eyes to it. It does nothing. And those people are the ones on YouTube that are screaming to keep control of the masses and of the media. Those are the YouTube channels I want you to listen for and recognize the ones that, they put on their voice and they put on their logo and they just came from the courts and they've been in the system for so many years and now they're going to be doing this on YouTube. Listen to those people. Those are the ones I'm talking about. You guys, the ones that I'm talking to, you guys sound like fucking assholes. Assholes. You sound ignorant and stupid. As if you're living under a rock or someone placed you under a rock to keep your goddamn mouths shut. And as this continues and they bring in, DNA is going to solve the problem. No, it's not. It's a bunch of crock of shit. That's what it is. That's what it is. That's going to be the excuse. That's going to be the answer that they're going to be using. It's not the answer. You're all going to paddle your way out of this. No, well, all that's going to happen is you guys are going to get on panels, and what's going to happen is one of the four of you are going to get a conscience, and you're going to say something like, Well, if you think about it, and you're going to be shut down so fast, and you'll never get back on that panel again. Never. Never. Why? Because you're rocking the boat. You're not paid to rock the boat. You're paid to do and say as what they tell you. If you choose to stand up for the children and speak the truth, so be it. Stand with the children and not with the people on panels. Don't stand with other people that are standing there and saying this doesn't exist. That those who are trying to bring it forward are crazy people. No, we're not. We see it. The ones that are nuts are the ones that think everything is okay and it's going to be taken care of. And there's no cult behind it. Oh, this is what they say. Oh, well, if they say there's a cult, well, we need a definition of a cult. Maybe they don't know the definition is this, and they give some fucking ridiculous definition of a cult. Well, which cult could it be? Do they know which one it is? Well, if we knew which one it is, don't you think we would stop it by now? Like, they sound like complete... I seriously challenge any of you guys to bring me on. Oh, well, maybe they just don't know what that means, because that can't happen, because a cult is very organized, and a cult doesn't kill two white, they actually said white girls. I'm like, holy shit. They actually said that, you guys, that this kind of a cult that they're looking at, the Delphi, Odin, whatever, it doesn't even make sense for them that they would kill two white girls. Like, what I wanted to do with that person's face, I can't even tell you what I envisioned in my head. I envisioned taking my hand and putting it into the YouTube channel and ripping his face out and looking at him and saying, are you fucking kidding me? Like, where were you raised and who taught you this bullshit? Oh, yeah. He said it. It doesn't even make sense, because that's not what that kind of a cult does. Oh my God. Oh my God. My whole entire body went crazy. So I'm getting off at this tangent because I'm going to show you guys information that is happening. And I'm not picking on channels. I am picking on the channel's information to show you how it consistently changes. I'm going to show you thou shall not whatever, not because it's about him. It's because his information in a video that's been out there about Brian Kohlberger has shifted in his videos. I'm not saying he's doing it. I'm showing you what happens. The information in the videos should not change. They should not be showing different information in Brian Kohlberger's car once again. The reason it does is because the videos are fake. They're fake. If they weren't fake, they wouldn't be consistently changing. Like Molly Golightly's. Why would Molly all of a sudden look like all these different people? Come on, you guys. Look at her nose. It's a bunch of crock of shit. So someone could sit here and look at this and be like, yeah, I don't see anything. Whew. They're the ones that are completely brainwashed. They're the ones. I'm talking about the people on YouTube that are in the news and they're saying ridiculous things. And though you'll see the ones that stand up and stick up for these kids and say, well, possibly, they'll probably get fired. or get taken off the case, and they'll never be able to talk about it again. Molly Golightly's videos show the information that is shown in all of these cases. It's not Molly in there. It's not the Molly that I know. I know that she was used and abused and something went wrong. Something went wrong. I'm going through my photos, picking out. I use my photos as tarot cards, you guys. It helps me speak. I should make these into tarot cards for you guys. You'd love them because they're all cut up photos from all the photos that I use, and they're put in. I make a lot of collages with them, and then I cut them up and put them in a bucket, and I pull them like tarot cards. Like this one I just pulled. Is Benny holding up one of those bones? So this makes sense. These are rooms in which the victims go. These are rooms under the ground. They are real. And for the law enforcement and for the people that are on these channels doing news, you don't hear the kids in there. They're not saying, oh, I'm down here, so these really exist, so come get me. They're not saying that. These are rooms, if you look, the camera is looking down into the hole. The camera is looking down through the plastic, down. It's looking down to whoever's box it is, stick that is, and it's looking down. They're looking down to where a victim is being held. This information has not shifted, has not changed. When we are looking at particular information, the surrounding area could shift, but what stays the same are the elements in which these kids actually live. Each child that is taken has machinery. They only know from particular machinery. That's why I'm able to show you stuff like this. That is the one machine I could show over and over. Why? Because this is channeled my way. It's called channeled. I'm shown it and I grab it. Until I am proven wrong, that's what it is. Molly Golightly's face is a cover-up to kids that have disabilities and they're being abused. They're trapdoors, sassafras. Correct. What you're looking at is that window that is covered so you cannot see what's in there. They can't see out. Molly Golightly was used as a cover-up to the victims. For all I know, the Molly Golightleys were the victims. One day, the goal is for us to know, because whoever this is in a horrific situation. See that face? I feel the agony in that face. Do you see what's on that person? That is called the elements. This shit is not lying. Doesn't lie. This is Molly Golightly. This is her face. This is her face being used, just like the other victims. It is so important to understand the people that are doing these deep fakes are those that are trying to keep this secret. They don't want this exposed. This is from the Delphi case. Whoever is putting this shit in here, I will just keep calling it out, because you're the one that is the guilty party. Oh, there's that hand with the nail. That has been placed in there. They're talking about the Delphi murders. This is one of the people that were, this is their son or something, I think, that were being looked into as having a part of these murders. Whoever used this photo, they're showing this person's guilt. That hand doesn't belong there. And that child's head is sticking out of the wood. The one that his arm is on. You guys, this stuff is not being looked at. It's just not being looked at. It's all the same. This hand here with those nails like that, all bloody, was introduced to us day one on SUMMERWELls' case. This child's head is coming out of the wood, all the way to your right. This is from the Delphi case. The symbols and the information all over this inside edition is insane. This information doesn't change. This kind of information that shows elements don't change. What you see in her hand is what I'm focusing on today. The photographer that was here for William from Australia. The videos from William, I could pick it up and put all of that information right into the Brian Kohlberger's videos. The information that is being shown, which is so crazy, in William from Australia's videos might as well be Brian Kohlberger's video of his car at the college. This is Williams from Australia. I mean, really? Those faces all of white with hats on them? There's the van with all of the garbage dumps and the trucks and the what are those? Like the little cartons, buckets. This is what they show all through the new vision of Brian Kohlberger. This is a sacrifice. This makes no sense. And if you look to see what's in their hands, that's what I'm going to be focusing on. Because the information, no matter how you slice and dice it, should not change in videos as important as Brian Kohlberger's videos that they're using in the courtrooms. They shouldn't change. This is Williams. There's always leaves and all that stuff. Before I start showing you Brian's, I want to show you that I think that this is critical information. And it's critical just to question it. Just to question, why the fuck does this video look like this? I don't care what they're trying to show. This isn't what videos turn into. It just isn't. This is the same video that I got this face from. So no matter, you don't have to agree with me, disagree with me, agree with me. The point being is this stuff shouldn't shift. It shouldn't shift, you guys. These are important videos that the defense and the courts are using. They're using these videos. This is a new video that was just put out, and it's not about the channel. Everything I do and say is for the sake of the missing children. It falls under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. This is for the children to tell their story. This helps tell the story, and it helps me tell you what I am channeling. So you don't necessarily have to see the photo completely clearly. It's the story that's being told of what the photo's showing. Hi, DJ. Who else is here? Lisa. Who else just came in? Crystal. I think I said hi to GH White. Rumple Long here. Sherry. I'm trying to get everybody in that's coming in. What is that? Nate Realist. Hi, welcome, welcome. BC. Anyways. Hi, you guys. What you're looking at are, I call them trophies. And these trophies and whatever they're doing on their faces go on the faces. They go on the they go on the back of their heads. This is part of, sacrifices are ugly. Rituals are ugly. They're not meant to be pretty. They're not meant to make sense. They're not meant to follow anything that we could ever comprehend, right? But what I do know is that the elements that I'm showing are those that Summer Moonwell's children have seen and have felt. They know what this feels like. That's hard. Those are hard pieces. They're not comfortable. They're not soft. This is very clearly in the video that I'm using to show you how Brian Kohlberger's video changes. Now, this isn't part of it. This is part of his new video. But I want to show you how this girl here that's sitting on the side of the road, let me show you what this whole picture looks like. Oh, it's the next one. This whole picture looks like this. So this one frame spoke very loud to me. Taking out the garbage always comes through. I see the chairs speak to me. And with each change of the frame, the girl that's sitting on the floor's face changes. The other thing that changes, now I don't know if it's changing in the video or not, but I see the chairs that are staggered across the way. And those to me represent children. So this is what changes, and she's sitting next to a garbage dump, a garbage can. That garbage can, these garbage cans, the garbage, taking out the garbage, these dumps are used, you guys, as part of the process to move these children. This girl that sits on the ground, it completely changes. The school bus in the distance, oh yeah, it all shifts. This is stuff that the law enforcement could grab, because this here in the video isn't covered up. It's really clear. It's really, really clear. And as you see and look at the clarity of that, across the street so reminds me of Michael Vaughn. Across the street you have UPS, you have FedEx, you have USPS, you have a dump, and you have two garbage cans. You have the kind of chairs that I see all the time, and then you also have a table coming out of a fucking white car. This, anyone that has been following me knows that this speaks to me. What I hear is that somewhere related to the Brian Kohlberger case, they're still speaking about it. This is on the campus. Things are still moving. Things are still grooving. And this is what they're showing. Whoever they were speaking to in Brian Kohlberger's very first video, they're doing it right here. Let me explain something to you. This table here that's coming out of the car was introduced to me Amber Alert's videos. That's what's coming out of the fake car. That is a table. These are sacrifice information. Am I saying that they're doing a sacrifice right in the middle of the fucking campus? No, you guys. I'm not that stupid. Okay? I'm telling you, this is being shown at the campus. It's in the same video that is mixed with Brian Kohlberger's video, which I'm getting to. This here doesn't exist in the real world like that. What I'm telling you is that's the element of a sacrifice. Those are it. The maroon, the green, the white. What's happening with all of those male pickups is just that. They use this shit. They use this shit to communicate. How often do we see FedEx trucks in the videos? Almost every time a FedEx truck is passing by for the Idaho 4. Always. Like, what the hell? Again, this to me screams the sacrifices, and it's speaking the language of the sacrifices. The authorities have the choice of looking at this shit or not looking at this shit. Understanding that this girl that's sitting across the way from the UPS, the FedEx, the USPS, and the whatever chairs and all that shit that is in all of the videos that we cover in these sacrifices, the girl sitting across the way from it and with a school bus in the distance, her face changes. Her face changes. It goes each frame one at a time. One at a time, the thing in her hand changes. So, no matter how you see this, there's a story being told about a victim that is being held or being sold, something, because this here is a SUMMERWELLS missing child. That's what it is. This here, she's sitting next to a dumpster. Do you understand that these dumpsters and the school bus and the UPS, all that stuff, this is like speaking and saying there's something going on at the fucking campus. And it's not just about Brian Kohlberger. This is not just about Brian Kohlberger. These faces shift. Sometimes it's just the green chair. Sometimes it's just the maroon. Notice how her back is flat. This is how you know someone is using these as deepfakes. She's really sitting in a chair. What they didn't do is fix the back of her. She is sitting in like a cubicle. She's sitting on this chair. The photos that I just showed you, her back is against the chair. It's been messed with. That's what's called a deep fake. The chair in the situation is telling the story. You only should pay attention to the elements. This here is a victim. This is exactly what the Summer Moon Wells missing children look like. You guys, there's no difference. They all have these little dolls with them and these little freaking embryo things. I don't know what they are, but they're real. And these went with Summer Moon Wells. This is what goes currently with the victims. It's part of the sacrifice. Look at the difference between what's in her hand here and what's in her hand here. Now understand, these are within milliseconds. See? They're just about the same, but they're not. It's okay. And now look at this one. So the only way that these are changing is if someone's changing it. They don't just change out of midair. Look. Boom, boom, and boom. 3 completely different things on the face. But understand that this comes from the same second. Oh, thanks, Rumple Long here. Rumple, hi, honey. See? Boom. These don't just shift. They don't just change. This girl is sitting in a chair, not on the campus, but they're using the campus. Something is connected to this campus, or they wouldn't be back here again. You've seen that face many, many times. Oh yeah, there's words that it completely changes. The more chaos that is created with this stuff when it gets called out and people are challenged to speak up, there are going to be certain groups that don't know anything other than how they know to react. And most of them react the same way they've always reacted. They're going to go into panic mode. Panic mode. And this is what they're going to do. They're going to try to start speaking through these videos that they've always had. This child is telling a story. And she is a Summer Moon Wells missing child. A Summer Moon Wells missing child. You don't have to be a clairvoyant to see that this shit keeps changing. Each frame, each frame so to this person, this child, this victim, who has not and probably will never be talked about, this is what we do here. We're saying, guess what? We see your story. We understand that this is what's going on. We know that these are sacrifices. We know that they're happening right under our noses. And we know that they're trying their hardest to show us elements so we could help bring them home. Do you understand that this is what they're doing? And for the law enforcement not to look at this and recognize that this doesn't make any sense, all they have to do is take the video and look at it. And then go over to SUMMERWELls' videos that I have almost 700 and notice that the same elements I'm showing you here have been shown over and over in almost 700 videos. I haven't stopped. I haven't stopped. Look at this hand on this child. Right here. Understand that there's no adult anywhere near this child. Go back to my very first videos when I covered the nails, the fingers, way in my first videos, and heads on platters. That little boy that he has his arm around has his head on a platter. I know he does. You can't tell me that this is anything what you're looking at here is made up, fake. This isn't fake. This is in the video. This is what's hiding under the deep fake. The deep fake is the video that someone put out. This is under the video. Under the video. It's not going anywhere. All they keep doing is manipulating it. Manipulating it. And changing it. And that's what I'm going to show you. This little girl in the very last frame, that's what it looks like. That's burnt. This is burnt. Not one of these, you guys, is the same. Yeah, her elbow, everything is... It's just... pretty pathetic that someone on the news could say that, oh, if this existed, he would know about it. If this existed, they would know about it. Oh, if, for the Delphi, oh, well, it doesn't make any sense. Well, exactly which one do you think, which cult could it be? Really? If it was that easy, don't you think this shit would be completely solved? Lots and lots of elements here. Yeah, look at her arm. She's holding, it's a little doll. And here, this is when it turns into, oh, is that the one I just showed? What page is this? 28. Oh, only 28. This here, you guys have seen this face before. I have shown you this in Molly Golightly's video. Molly Golightly has pictures of her looking like that. Looks just like that. Wait, hold on 9 minutes. That's exactly what Molly Golightly looks like in her videos. This is what she turns into. I have a video of her look just like that. Just like that. Just goes on and on and on and on. This is a SUMMERWELLS sacrifice. And this, the point of this is to show you how fucking obvious this is. Sitting by the dumpster, and it just, these are all the different frames. All the different frames that it goes through. And the smaller frames, when you look into the smaller frames, they show a lot more detail comes through. So if you notice the smaller frame, there's no bust or anything. Like, what they do here is just completely manipulate this shit. So notice this. The smaller frame goes all the way back, just as the big frame does. Right? But when you go into just the smaller frame, there's no bus. It's totally different. You see the girl's face really well. She's in a rock. Like, she's in the situation probably the same as that little boy is. But they mess around with it, you guys. They mess around with it. The video that the information I just showed you comes from this video. Brian Kohlberger's video. That this guy, got nothing to do with him. I'm showing you, I'm using this as an example how I know the information in Brian Kohlberger's video changed. So if I were the defense, I'd be like, why is my video different now? I'm not talking about his face in there. I'm talking about the garbage cans and the information that is in the windows, in the small windows, the information of how his eyes look, his hair look. It's different. It's different. The video, the small little square should never look like that. Even if this is a new video and he's putting video over the video. It should never look like that. His face should never be in Brian Kohlberger's rearview mirror. It should never be in his rearview mirror, even if you're doing a new video. Ever. How is it that his face wound up in his mirror as part of the mirror? It's not about him. It's about the fact that Brian Kohlberger's information is completely tampered with. How is it that they could use this video ever? Every time it's put up online, it is tampered with. I don't care if this is a new video. This here just doesn't happen. That doesn't happen. All of a sudden, it's telling the story of the SUMMERWELLS missing children. All of a sudden, it's taking shape. Why is it in Brian Kohlberger's video? Shouldn't be. I'd be all over this if I were his attorney. How is it that they could use anything in the courts that have been manipulated, touched, and tampered with? They can't. So the point here is, even if it's his video, he's doing a brand new video over it. His brand new video is the one that has those girls in it. His new video, it's one big video, I'll show you in the beginning, is what has this. Okay? This shouldn't even happen. And then the other thing that they have to pay attention to is the information changes in Brian Kohlberger's video. The information and the story that they're telling are the sacrifices. They're getting desperate. This here that is in his window wasn't there before. That's a sacrifice. Boom. That, trust me, wasn't there before. That. Did y'all see that? That's a person being sacrificed, bent over, being sacrificed. Why is this in Brian's video? It wasn't in the first video, the original. The original has so much stuff in it, but not this. No, that's a person bent over. Right here, let me circle it. Person bent over. That is right here. And trust me, this was not in his video. This, maybe those legs were. This is the stuff that cannot be taken lightly. Another example of what I know wasn't in the video, and now it is. this. There is not a chance that these fingers looked like this in the original video. No way. Because now they look like elements of the sacrifices. Now what they're showing is a different part of the story, you see. You crop in. This here, right here, those are little teeny pieces, you guys. Those are elements. Those are trophies. They were not in the other video. Her nail polish even looks different. But I can't count on that. I don't know for sure. Yes, it's like it's like I try to look it up, but the nails look different to me. But this here, what's in here in between the paper? No, that wasn't there before. Look. Look at that. What you see right in here, these are trophies. These are little hearts. This is the white thing with the heart. This shit is not in the first version. It isn't. And those are elements. Those are elements that I show you in all of the victims' stories. Totally different fingers. The fingers, the way that they're moving their hand. You guys, the whole thing. Wait, I'm not done. Look at the one to the other side. Wait. This here, the whole video, and I'm not saying that this is about him. It's got nothing to do with him. I don't really give a shit who's who anymore. All I know is that this stuff here never showed up in the other ones. Not a prayer. She's got red nail polish in there. You guys. Brian Kohlberger's case is completely fucked up. Think about it. When I tell you, and I'm saying this because I want the law enforcement to get a load of this, try to find this car that looks like this with that real white piece in the first version. No way. No way. Look at how it sticks out. I know because I study this stuff. I study this stuff. It's not. It doesn't exist in the other video. So whatever they're showing here doesn't exist in the other video. It's completely new. So whatever they're trying to tell us is a whole new storyboard. This whole piece of the car is new. Sorry, guys. That frame is not a frame we have seen before. Just go back to my video. I'm not going to start copying and pasting it. I'm saying this because I'm telling you they're telling a different part of the story. And they're telling it in the Idaho 4 and in Brian Kohlberger's videos that consistently change. This is a problem. If I were the defense and I were his attorney, I'd be like, this cannot be used. Look at the girl's fingers. Let me bring the brightness down. It can't be used. The first version told the first version of the story, and now they're telling another version of the story. That's what they're doing. This is what they're doing. And guess what? I see it so loud and clear. So loud and clear. This here did not show this way at all. So whatever they're trying to show here, he wasn't even shown in the car like this, ever. What I want you to notice are all of the elements surrounding the car. Let me show you. Look at this carefully. Notice what's going on in the windows. In the windows. In the windows. In the mirror. The back seat. In the front. It's all a crock of shit. It's what it is. It's all a crock of shit. This is what's in the mirror. Never saw it this way before. This is what's in the mirror. Who was found? Let's see. We can't follow. And look at his back seat of his car. That might as well be a victim in the back seat of his car. Because that's what it looks like. This is what this stuff looks like, you guys. And this is what they're showing. They're showing a parts of the story. They're showing parts of the story. You go look at the other video and you're going to see none of this. None of this was in there. None. Smiley face. This is completely pathetic that this is acceptable. Pathetic. It's acceptable. This is what's being accepted, you guys. And when I see garbage cans like this, I know that there's a story behind the garbage cans. Thank you, Bernadette, for that super chat. Oh, just a little thank you, Lori, from us all, and may justice come rapidly for the missing children. Amen. Thank you. Thank you. No. These kids deserve something to come soon. Because the information that shows through these videos, to me, would be priceless for the authorities. You know, I believe that this building is shown often. This building on campus helps give information. That's the only reason I'm showing this, is that I see tunnels and so forth under these places. And I think that if they could learn how to read these videos and learn how to read what they're saying, they could find these victims. That's how I see it. I see it like this is something that speaks volumes, especially since they keep changing this stuff. They keep changing it. It's not the same. None of this stuff stays the same. None of this stuff in here stays the same. The car, the face, the rim. What I'm trying to say is the video that you're seeing here today isn't the same as the video that I showed you months ago. The information that is in the windows here for Benet Ramsey has not shifted. The information that they thought was so, they couldn't understand it in her case, is no different than what we're seeing today. This is in the window. Oops, I gotta crop it. Wait, let me crop this. In their window, and this comes from ABC. It's just crazy. It just, ugh, this here. Is in the doorway in the window. You guys, this here is 110% Summer Moon Wells Missing Children's element. And it is in the window all the time. This here shows in this window here. They were like, is that in there? They're like, is that another screen? What's behind that window? That's what's behind the window, another window. This is what they do. See that screen? That's what's back there. And they're just going to chalk this shit up to, they're not going to look at all of these elements. You want to know what they called those? Dust. Dust and webs. Those were, the window was filled with this, you guys. Filled with it. Yeah. Her case was a sacrifice. And they're going to not want to talk about it. This is her bedroom windowsill. Wait. Her bedroom window, in the window, you could see the different separations. This is how they did it in Summer Moon Wells' case. It's separated. Look in the window. The what Gacy too. John Wayne Gacy had the same powdery stuff. It hasn't changed. This is what's in her window. And they're talking about, they're like, what is that in the window? Is that a window that's open? No, it's not. It's the same thing that was in the bedroom of Summer Moon Wells' window. It's a whole nother area. These are whole other areas. And that's the stick that is found in every one of these cases. They use sticks. Her stick broke. They use a stick. This trigger warning, this is what they showed inside Benet Ramsey's window. Could someone explain this to me? How the fuck is this okay? Do they not recognize it? ABC? This comes from ABC. And there's a man laying in their window. ABC News. This here is a sacrifice. This here is from Benet Ramsey's videos. This here to me completely sums up the dumb fucking shit that is not looked at in the news. Look, there's the ABC logo. And there's a dead person in the window. Hanging out in their window. Really? Really? So the doors, you could see in one way and not the other. So when they're taking these photos, these are doorways that just, they don't, like it's happened in the Watts case. The Watts case. There's pictures like this in the Watts case and no one is looking in the window. These are separate doors. They're actually showing you another door within the door. You see? This here. That's where all the sacrifices went. That's what happened to her. This is what she went through. Whatever is behind these doors. And there's a dead person there. And this comes from ABC News. ABC News. It's not being hidden, you guys. It's not hidden. There's one thing I wanted to show you. A couple of these screen recordings. The heck is this one? Wait. Let me see if I have it in here. Okay, not that one. August. Maybe I have it under Molly. So this is really what's most disturbing, right? I want you to, I have a recording that I had of a long time ago. I know it's here. I'm just trying to find it. It's Benny with the feet fable. And I know that's like a hot word right now. Feet fable. Screen videos. Let's see if it's in here. From a long time ago. Date added. Not in that one. I have so many. Wait 1 second. Screen recordings. Date added. One sec. I know it's in here. It's a really good one to listen to because it's very interesting, and I know not a lot of people have seen it. Screen recordings. Shoot. Sorry guys, I'm looking. You know, I have it here because I recorded it. Here, I may have a different one you could listen to. Wait. God, I have so many. Oh, is this it? Benny. Oh, I think I got it. Yeah, I do. Let's see if this is it.
Answer this motherfucking phone, man.
Okay. This is about the Feet Fable shoes. This was interesting. I just want to play it for no other reason other than to show you something of interest to me. And it's only because this stuff is being talked about right now. Yeah, look at what's going on with this. Do you believe this? Do you believe that this is in her case? And it sits like that? And no one wants to touch it? No one wants to touch this. Look at this. This is a very interesting thing to listen to. Wait, hold on. Wait, hold on. All right, listen to this. This is from a while back.
This motherfucking phone, man. I'm finna raise hell in this bitch. I'm finna really raise hell in this bitch. I wanna buy every shoe you got.
Benny is trying to contact the owner of this website that appears to be using missing child cases to push the sale of shoes and thus make a profit. He described it as exploitation.
Hi, yes, I just came across your new Feet Fables, the SUMMERWELLS brand glitch shoe. I'd like to buy 100,000 pairs. Yeah, I don't think you're calling the right. I don't think you know where this is a security company.
The man on the phone tries to explain that he works for the website security company, not the product company.
This Cloudflare, right? Yeah. So check it out. When I look up glitch, yeah, hold on. When I look up liveshoes.com, it pops up a site that's called Glitch, and it's a WordPress. So then when I take the .com and I put it in the IP web address finder, it says your name. This is a site, sir, that's you got about 20 different missing kids on this site. You got a computer right there in front of you. You can check it out. It's called the glitchshoe.art.blog. And it is about 20 different sneakers, all designed with the faces of missing kids on them, used to help push them. And you're securing the site. Can I have you check that out for a minute for me, sir? No, I don't know anything about that. I didn't ask you if you knew about it. I asked you if you wanted to take a look at it. No, I don't. Why not? I'm telling you right now, and you can look it up, your company name is attached to it. How do I report this?
The man says he's not interested in looking at the website and he doesn't know anything about it.
Do I need to go to the Better Business Bureau in San Francisco? Because y'all house this. Do I need to go to the one in San Francisco and make a complaint about you? Or do I make one about aliveshoes.com? No, I'm going to make one against you too, though. But I'm saying, you guys secure the site. It's exploitative in nature.
The man begins to advise Benny to contact the BBB to lodge his complaint.
Okay, so what if I want to buy 100,000 pairs of these shoes? It tells me to get a hold of you to order them. I want to order 100,000 pairs. Y'all going to take my money?
Gather around the table, and I shall tell you. Even after Benny tries to start shit, the man remains professional. He explains that they do not take orders for that website.
So, but you police it, right?
The tale of a glitchy dancer. And so, it starts.
So you police exploitive sites that use little kids' faces to sell shitty, cheap sneakers?
Parametrics Otherworld. Do you use your YouTube channel to exploit them with shitty, cheap conspiracy theories? 7 to 9 a.m. and 3 to 4 p.m. and after dinner time from 6 to 7 p.m. simultaneously. In the
This site IP is connected to your business. Why would that be?
Every day a kid would be snatched up.
Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you that I'm recording you for your quality assurance.
Once again, the man explains that they just secure the website.
I live in a two-party state, so it don't even matter. I'm broadcasting you to about 800 people on my true crime site called Blood Money Benny Keys. You want to check that out? What I do? See? Yeah. You're not too good at this.
He hella got you.
Profiting off.
I've heard enough, because I never heard about it.
Right, I don't know who that person is, so.
That's the person who's all about Benny and posted my pictures and everything.
Oh, alright.
This is that's very, very concerning.
Imagine people profiting off of your child's likeness and their child's missing.
Wow. I
could lose it.
Oh boy. Look up Jenna. Thank you for your contribution, Miss Rebecca. It means the world. She said, look up Jenna. I know all about the Jenna Rakova.
Are you fucking for real?
That's very, very concerning.
Imagine people profiting off of your child's likeness and their child's missing.
Wow.
I could lose it.
Jenna, thank you for your contribution, Miss Rebecca. It means the world. She said, look up.
And apparently this idiot thinks the BBB is some sort of official government agency. It's a business membership organization, Benny. A business membership organization.
Jenna, thank you for your contribution, Miss Rebecca. It means the world.
So I've never seen that before. And these shoes, they show multiple. Look at the kids that they're showing. They're showing all of the kids that I follow. I've never heard that before, so when I saw that, I'm like, I'm showing it to you guys because I'm thinking not a lot of people have seen it. There's Summer, Michael Vaughn. Those are the look at. I don't understand. See the face. Oh, the face has changed pretty. That's weird. Look how the faces change. Oh, weird. I'm going to have to re-look at this. See how that face, Summer's face changes. Summer's face just changed to that little boy. James Goff? Who's that? Oh, see, this is another one of Benny's videos. It's fucked up. Watch this, you guys, these pictures. I am so sick and tired of people fucking with this stuff. See, if you go slow, it shows. So it'd be interesting to see what photos are there of each child, like what they actually look like. I'm thinking that this gives a shitload of information, which I didn't look at last time from that viewpoint until just now. Because I didn't realize that each poster was on a piece of wood like that. See how Michael Vaughn has that thing connected to his head in this one? I'm going to have to re-look at this. Yeah, I'm going to have to re-look at this. I didn't really study it. Well, this is the presentation for today. So just be really aware, you guys, of what people are pushing as far as a narrative for everybody. I mean, Summer Moon Wells missing children. We'll keep telling their story, and we're just going to keep covering it. Everything I believe that I showed here is something that the law enforcement could look into. It's a lot. Oh, you're welcome, Muffin, and everybody here. And thank you for that super sticker. Thank you so much. Which recording is this? Oh, this is the recording of... Someone recorded this of the house. This is a real recording. Of John Minnie Ramsey's cobwebs, they called it. And this is a real video that they took. I only see it in one place. But if you look, this is where I got those the pictures. Look at the bottom. And then this will be my last thing that I'm going to put up. Let me show you. This is what's found at all of the crime scenes. Oh, thanks, Susan. You all have such beautiful words. This is what's found at all the crime scenes. I mean, this is a video that I think should be used, right? See, look in the window. How weird is that? Like, they're showing the stuff in the windows. This is an old video, but someone posted it because they took this video. Obviously, maybe it didn't make it to to the authorities. I have no idea. But that's the stuff that I'm talking about. This is the stuff that was in that I'm saying was in John Wayne Gacy's, because they called it this stuff. They said it's tons. It's like cobwebs. And what the guy said was he went through the house and did this video after. And what he said is he doesn't understand, if the guy came through the window, which they said he did, why wasn't any of this disturbed? He said that all those things on the ground and the cobwebs and stuff weren't disturbed. So he was like, I don't understand. You could look this one up. Just look under this and you could watch it for yourself. It's on YouTube. JonBenet Ramsey crime scene, the cobweb. And they say, like, they don't understand how this wasn't disturbed if they came through that window. It made no sense to him. See? And it's like there's like another area behind that. See? You see that, you guys? That's another doorway. They're showing it. So there's nobody else who has this video. But what they're showing here, what I see, which I always say is a window behind the window. So here's a window. This is the wall. And this, to me, is a hidden doorway. Like there's something back here. That's what I see. And I see that's why this person did this video. See? See that door? It opens and closes. See that? That's a doorway. It's all that stuff. This is all in the window. Look. These are, see how this window is looking down? It's looking down into an area. So this, I don't understand how this wasn't talked about. It's looking down. That's down under. That is down under. It's saying that this is broken glass, but what I see is just the outline of elements. See? Maybe this person put this video out there to give clues. I should really look at those smaller windows, which I haven't. See, there's something in there. This is one of those videos that just doesn't get a lot of traction, but if you look behind there, you guys, that's a whole nother room. I'm going to show you. In the smaller window, it's just a whole nother room. It's back there. I see it. And this, you guys should go look up this video and watch it, because it shows like all of these doors and windows. And I say this all the time about every one of these cases. It's the door behind a door of a door of a door. It's behind the window of a window of a window of a window. It's beneath the floor of a floor of a floor of a floor. There's layers. And to me, this is showing it. Like the different rooms. I just have never seen this before. See? That's exactly what they had in, that's how they explained it in John Wayne Gacy's. But the point this guy was saying is there's no way he went through the door. Through the window. See that stuff there? See the smiley face? Maybe this guy was just showing clues. It's a pretty intense video. See? That's all SUMMERWELLS stuff. Those are all elements. This is what's all over Summer Moon. Ooh, look what they're showing through the window. They're showing information, you guys. They're showing information in this video. I mean, it's right there. Oh, wow. Oh, I'm going to have to do a whole thing on this. You guys, download this video if you have a chance. That's on YouTube. That's what it's called. Oh, wow. That's hanging in the window. It's like the E. That's like the equipment. You see that in the window? This is the SUMMERWELLS Missing Children story. Absolutely, positively, it's all there. Oh my. You guys, these are the E's. These are the hell? Why isn't this in the news? Because it just will show sacrifice, and sacrifice doesn't happen. They're not going to put this in the news because this isn't real. This is fake. Well, there's your 5, and there's your information. There's your equipment, and it's right in the window, in the box. There's your hearts. Look at that. Oh, yes. Aha moment. Aha. Look at that. Someone's trying to show the story, you guys. Look. What they're showing in the smaller windows isn't what we're seeing in the big window. You see, what's in the smaller one isn't what's in the big ones. And you see the heart? There's the red heart. Right here. Wow, you guys. The small window, so look at the little red hearts. They're right there, you guys. They're right there. Those are top elements in these sacrifices. The number 5 is right in the corner. See? It's right here. Here's your number 5. It's in the corner of the whole video. That's what's in the corner of the video, you guys. This is a SUMMERWELLS sacrifice. This is JonBenet Ramsey. And I'm sticking to it. I am sticking to it. That number 5 is in the corner, is that, and then there's this. Is this. It's the stick. This is a major video. Look at this. It's all there. Whew. This is a great video. But too bad these things don't exist. Because if they did, we would have known about it. Well, I've got some homework to do. That's the number 5 in the window. It's the box. Yeah, we need to go through all of this. I'm going to do this next. And I could do these videos live because this here, I'm going to just do these videos next. This here is so clear, even though the video in the big screen is a little mucky. I think that's done on purpose because the small screens are clear. There's a lot. So I will post this and do this next time because this is a SUMMERWELLS sacrifice. This is. I'm sticking to it, and there's a lot in here, including the machine. There's a lot in here. It's all in that room. There's the number 5 box. It's all in here, you guys. On that note, I'm going to leave it on this. May justice come real soon to all these children. And may the truth shine bright enough for the authorities to come on over. Literally. Yeah. Go watch the video. That's the name of it. She probably has insane information. Good night, you guys. Thank you all for coming. Thank you for the super sticker, Muffin Top, my amazing mod, and to all my subscribers. Thank you. God bless you all. See you soon. Good night, guys.